before I came up here, Sienna was like, well, what are y'all going to talk about tonight? And I was like, oh, some NFL stuff, some sports card stuff, some, NBA stuff. And she was like, you should talk about the baseball players and how you can see their balls with the new pants. And I was like, what? She said, oh yeah, I just saw it on Instagram. The new baseball pants, you could see everything. And I was like, I don't think we're going to talk about that. Anyway, so
add that to the list. Add that. What's good, y'all? Okay, first of all, that was hilarious, by the way.
That's what she said.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the show, the 84 Fade Podcast. It's your boy, Zach Lowry, with my boy, Big Ones and Twos, here to spill a little sports, actually, what are we talking about today?
I think you wanted to talk about a little bit of NFL stuff.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I wanted to start off, I guess I wanted to start off with a couple breaking news that's happened over the weekend. And really the reason why I really wanted to start off with it, and I'm pulling it up right now, is because the last bit of the breaking news that we're talking about has to deal with your team. So I kind of wanted to just get your thoughts on it. And because I know, I keep my eye open now, unfortunately, for Houston Texans stuff now too. So
I maybe haven't even heard of it. I don't know what's going on. You might be breaking it to me. Drop.
So really, this is all kind of like breaking news. That's kind of not breaking news, but news that's kind of just happening and going on right now in NFL. I saw this post and it had a couple of the breaking news things that was happening in the NFL. I thought as soon as I saw the Texans, bro, I had to holler at you. But we're gonna go over that one last. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with this. Okay, breaking news for the Vikings. The Vikings are releasing veteran running back Alexander Mattison. I mean, I know a few people out there who are Vikings fans. Oh, Big Dave, Vikings fans. I got a good friend, Matt. He's a big Vikings fan. So
Yep.
I'd like to get their thoughts on it. But obviously, what are your thoughts? Was he a big factor for the Vikings this year? No.
I mean, to be honest with you, wasn't he? I don't even know who their starter was. Was he their starter?
Exactly.
I'm not trying to pretend like I know everything, or
I can't think of the other guy's name who was there with him. But there was somebody else there who shared the workload with him. Yeah, and at the end of the year, I think even somebody else came in and took over. But anyways, that was one of the things. He was the starting running back after Dalvin Cook left. So for him really he got a shot. He just didn't take advantage, in my opinion.
So
you don't even know if he was starting.
I mean, no, I don't. They certainly don't have him on their depth chart anymore.
All right. Well, all right. So next piece of look, let me get that laptop out the way right there. The next piece of news in the NFL: the Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith has been told by Seahawks front office that he will be on the team for 2024.
All right.
Well, I mean, I kind of find it funny that teams are now letting players know, hey, you know what, you're going to be on the team next
year. Yeah.
I mean, they underachieved this year, but the year before when he won Comeback Player of the Year, they did really good. But I mean, obviously this year they underachieved. All right, next piece. Okay.
He's 33. He'll be 34. I mean, that's pushing it. He'll be 34 in October. So
you almost feel like he's not that old because he didn't play that much, start that much. Well, I guess he started his beginning of his career, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. But I think got it.
Hell yeah. Another reason why I wanted to go over this, and I don't know if you can see this, but you know who that guy is right there, right?
Is that Jerry Jones?
That's Jerry Jones. Okay. Yeah. Breaking news: a judge has ordered Cowboys owner Jerry Jones to submit a DNA test in a paternity lawsuit brought by Alexandra Davis, who is claiming Jones has been paying her and her mother hush money.
What?
Now, okay,
God, bro.
Non-Cowboy fans.
Y'all gotta get.
That's never gonna happen. Non-Cowboy fans have probably never heard of this story. Cowboy fans, I'm sure you probably have. I've heard of this. Last year it came up, it got swept under the rug. It's coming up this year again. Supposedly now they're like really serious about like getting this paternity suit. So yeah, Jerry Jones bringing some bad publicity to the NFL. Wouldn't be the first time, but I thought it was a pretty funny story, and I figured I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this. Have you?
No. This could be just because I have a stupid brain, but the only thing that I think about when I think of Jerry Jones is him going when he said, "I want me some glory hole." Have you ever seen that? Hey, come on. That's all I think about when I think about Jerry Jones. He's this old guy from Arkansas saying, "I want me some glory hole."
The funny thing is he probably knew what he was talking about.
I don't know.
No, actually, no, he probably doesn't. I
don't know, dude. All I know is that he's got to stop being the owner, GM, coach, offensive. I mean, if that dude could play quarterback, he'd probably go down there and be like, "Give me the ball. Let me show you how it's done."
if he would have owned the team in his 20s, he would have tried to play quarterback.
He'd be like, if he was a 20-year-old billionaire,
it's annoying.
Would be a player.
All right, moving on. All right. The Lions are expected to meet with Amon-Ra St. Brown's agent to discuss a long-term contract extension. He's looking anywhere between 15 and 30 million a year.
The closer to 15, I say that's a good deal, bro. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if they can get him around 15, 20, that's a deal.
That's a gap. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what the highest is right now. I don't have any stats pulled up in front of me, but I know he's hella good. So
I know he made him and Jeff Goff together look even better, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. The last bit of little breaking news in the NFL that I really was the main thing that really wanted me or brought me to even talk about this. And we can spend the next 10, 15 minutes talking about this if you want. Rumors, Giants running back Saquon Barkley has been in contact with quarterback CJ Stroud and is targeting the Texans as his top potential destination in free agency.
Let's go. I like it. I like that. Yeah.
That's the type of news as a fan that would have me like staring down the camera or going and just staring down the wall. Like
I'll tell you what, though, as a Texans fan, I have been trained for the last 22 years to not get, to not like to just keep the expectation. Yeah, get too excited. There you go. Temper the expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. That we've certainly reached the low.
It's hard.
We've certainly reached the low of the lows. I mean, we've had terrible season after terrible season. So I'm more accustomed to that. This kind of new wave of like young talent that could potentially take over the NFL. The AFC.
1,000.
I don't even know what that feels like. As a franchise, I have no clue. So
starting to get a little bit. Feel like you're starting to get a little bit this year, at least.
Well, yeah, because we got a coach and a quarterback.
Yeah. And a defense.
And the defense is shaping up.
It's Lucy.
I knew maybe one name on defense, the season starters. Before the season started, I know about 6 now. So I think we're moving there. I know some of the guys. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we got some players in these spots that could be there for a while. So
do you think and would you think that a running back could be not the biggest missing piece, but a big factor to getting y'all where you need to be?
I mean, it
seemed like to me, like the running game was lacking at the beginning of the year. They just didn't run it enough. They were letting them just sling it. And then at the end of the year, they tried to run it. And Singletary is a good running back. He's not Saquon Barkley, right? Yeah. Let's be real. I mean,
at the beginning of the season, though, we had a lot of, and forgive me, I don't even know what some of the hurt guys' names were, but we had a really makeshift offensive line, right?
Yeah, it was a revolving door at offensive line.
Yeah, just injuries and guys. One guy would come back, and then the third string guard would be in, but the backup center would be in, and both our starting tackles would be in. And then the very next week, it'd be all flipped around. 5 new guys, basically. It'll just be like a whole for the first like 6 weeks. So CJ had to deal with that, but so did our running game. So I think like, yeah, Saquon would help, but also having like a healthy. I don't even care if it's just all backups, but just be consistent and all be there. You know what I'm saying? Like from week to week, that'd be nice too, right? So
that would and yes, getting like you said, piggyback on like getting a running back would be great, but like if you don't have a line or anyone to block for them, why?
Yeah, if it's just makeshift guy, if all of our starters get hurt and we're trotting out second and third string guys, well, good luck, Saquon. It's gonna suck.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. So, but yeah, no, it's certainly exciting news. But so,
I mean, it's good to know that you have players on the squad who can attract talent and also recruit for you. Like to me, that I'd be in my, since the coaches can't do it, I'd be in my players' years. Like, hey, look, if you're with so and so in the off season, put in a good word for us.
Yeah, yeah. I do like the fact that the young core of like like the quarterback and the pass catchers, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and
all young,
like tight. Like if they could grow together, and
I think we touched base on this on one of the other episodes, but Nico, how big is Nico Collins? Do you know, or not just how big is he, but like what school was he from? Was it Michigan or?
Yeah, he went to Michigan. Yeah,
Michigan, and I feel like it. For me, when I saw him play this year, like even compared to last year, when I saw him play, like even like one of his first touchdowns, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, wait, Nico Collins is how big? Do you know how big he is? He's got to be like Dez's size, if not a little bit bigger.
He's like 6'4", 218.
He's big. He's 2 inches taller than what Dez was. Dez was I think 6'2", 215. So he's 2 inches tall. I knew it. I knew he was massive and I never looked at his stats, or his size, his attributes or nothing. But when I saw him score that touchdown at the early part of the year, I was like, he's huge.
Yeah, that's a big receiver, no doubt about it.
Even correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like there was a lot of go routes to him too.
Yeah,
but he was just out there running go routes at 6'4".
Yeah, yeah. He's your boy's size, Mike Evans, or a little bit smaller than Mike Evans too, 6'5".
Yeah.
Mike Evans 6'4", 6'5", tall. So there you go.
Okay. Before we go into the next little bit of stuff, talking about Mike Evans, give me your top 5 wide receivers in the league right now.
Oh man.
It don't have to be crazy. You don't have to think too hard. Not in order. Just
particular order.
Yeah, not in order. Not in any particular order. Hey, I realize, and I can understand that we may forget a few. That happens.
I would say just right.
I had a few drinks already before we got on here, so I may not remember somebody.
Right off the top of my head, right now, if I had to go with just a group of 5, I'd probably go Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, probably well, that's 3.
I like those 3. So think about the other 2.
Probably. You know what?
Go ahead.
I would definitely throw CD Lamb in there.
Okay.
I would definitely throw CD Lamb in there. And probably, man, if I had to choose, like, probably go.
You could put anybody here, right? Anybody. Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill. You could put all these different guys there. Tyreek might be top 5.
Yeah. Or you know what? Who I might. Okay. Here's
Mike Evans might be top 5. Actually, I'm sorry.
Here's my 5th. I would throw in a healthy Devontae Adams.
Okay, I like that.
I think he's hindered by his situation a bit, but come on now. If he had
1,000%,
if he had CJ Stroud throwing him the ball, Devontae Adams would be.
He'd be different. He'd be different. Okay, I like those. You.
Wow.
So not to wasting time. Justin Jefferson for sure.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not being biased just because he's on my team, but the routes he was running this year, CeeDee Lamb, 100% has to be on there. Mike Evans and Tyreek. So there's some big news that dropped inside the card trading side of the inside the card trading industry. Two of the biggest companies did combine over the week, and James just happens to know a little bit about that. James, so
yeah, the parent company to PSA, right here.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Right? They're like known for having this like white and red label. I mean, their slabs are just, they're the most, I think they have like 60 or maybe even 70% of the market share. Or it's something wild. Like they just blow everybody out of the water as far as popularity, and for better or for worse, right? I own a lot of, the grading companies, right? I just happen to prefer one over the others, right? So
same.
But a lot of people, PSA is certainly the most popular. And then they've got
show them that thing.
So they bought out SGC.
Yeah.
And I don't know a ton about like what's going on behind the scenes with like mergers and acquisitions, but I do know that this is a big deal and in the collecting industry, right? And it will be for a long time.
I wonder what that boy Ken Golden has to say about it. Ken, if you'd like to call in, holla.
Well,
have you seen his show on Netflix?
Well, hold on. So the parent company to PSA bought out Golden last year or 2 years ago. Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's right. That's right. What was the parent company's name again? Crown something. Anyway, I know it.
Yeah.
That's so they've combined. I'm curious to see, and I'll keep an eye out on how things will proceed. I know Fanatics has kind of taken over the whole card industry as far as being the top licensed company, right?
Collector's Universe.
Collector's Universe. I say Crown. Yeah. Collector's Universe. I thought I almost said
Collectors now owns PSA, Golden Auctions, and SGC. They own them all. So
wow,
talk about a little monopoly. Or close.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, they're really cornering the market from a lot of different angles. So whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the breaking news as of. I mean, I guess we're not really breaking it to the 50 people that watch this thing, but but it did break a couple days ago.
And you know what though? It's good to know. It's definitely good to know. I mean, I happen to like one way, but one type of card grading. But anybody else can use whoever they want. I'll say this though, that tuxedo. Show that tuxedo again. That tuxedo, man, a 10
like
tuxedo.
The way that looks.
Yeah, that black piece is just.
I like the display of that.
Whether you like PSA or SGC, let us know down in the comments and run up to SGC.
Yeah. But anyway,
all right.
Little NBA action.
Now, before we dive in, because I initially wanted to make this little segment dedicated to LeBron. I was literally about to make LeBron haters segment right here. It was going to go down, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait a little bit. We're going to wait. I'm going to see how the year ends, and maybe I'll drop something like that if they do something crazy, So I'll wait on that. But I was shocked after the game. Was that Wednesday? Yeah,
Wednesday night, bro. Wednesday
night.
So I went to bed, bro. I thought the clip. I was watching the game. I was like, I'm gonna turn it off. I'm not gonna watch.
It was one of those games where I'm not gonna say it was close at first, but it was. At first, it was decent. It was a decent game. They were going back. LeBron really didn't do anything until the fourth quarter. I think he had maybe like 14 points until the fourth quarter, and then he just exploded. Right. So the first two quarters, it was all right, but like third quarter, it got out of hand. And at that point, I literally walked away, got on the game, started playing, got on the game with K-Dub. Didn't hear anything. Then all of a sudden, I hear K-Dub comes like, he said LeBron acting an ass. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, LeBron going crazy right now. He goes, he just came down and walked back-to-back threes. He goes, oh my God, he just walked another three. And I was like, bro, all right, let's pause the game. Let's pause the game.
It was, at one point, right in the beginning of the fourth quarter, it was that 21-point lead at 98-77, bro. Right in the like a few seconds in to the fourth quarter, Clippers were up 21, and then it just dwindled down from there. They just chipped away and chipped away.
I can't, bro. It was just to see LeBron still doing that, bro. I mean,
whatever you think about the guy, whether you think he's the best or MJ or Kobe or Kareem or whoever, the longevity and what this guy's doing is insane. It's insane, dude.
He's 39 years old. He orchestrated an absolute spectacular fourth quarter comeback. I mean, he scored 19 of his 34 points during the fourth quarter.
That's tough. This is a little bit of conspiracy, though, or just a little bit of hypothetical.
Let's hear it.
I think he is trying a little bit more. Maybe early in the season, he was coasting because he thought next year he might be playing with his son. But I think in his mind, he's like, shit, I might got 2 more years here because I don't think Bronny's getting drafted after the next year.
No.
So he might have to play this year and one more, and then another year after with his son. So he's like, all right, better start playing now. Turn it on.
I'm not going to say that's, but I could see that being a possibility. And not only that,
because he might have been coasting this year. He might have been coasting this year to then leave next year to whoever is going to pick. Bro,
I got you. And I'm thinking now
unless I don't know what NBA team would do this to get 1 year of LeBron and just sign an undrafted Bronny, because that'd be the only other way to do it. Either Bronny gets drafted and a free agent, LeBron chooses where he is going to go for whatever, damn the money. I'm gonna play with my son and then I'm gonna bow out.
If Bronny stays, which he'll probably stay, and maybe now that's given Braun enough time to realize that, and he had. I mean, I'm not gonna say he took off the first part of the year, but maybe he was laying back a little bit. Yeah. That may have saved his legs a little bit for the second half of the year. We'll see.
I don't know.
You're
nobody's beating the Celtics though. I don't think so.
The Celtics.
I think they're winning it all. Yeah, I think they win it all.
I'll say this: you have to lose a few times before you win, and when you lose, it sucks because obviously you're losing, but you're really learning something in that experience, and it takes you to lose in like a rough or maybe a high intense game, playoff setting, like conference championship type shit.
Yep.
I mean, all the greats had to, all the greats. I mean, Braun lost, his first to Dirk when he lost it to Tim Duncan. He lost his first to Tim Duncan, right? Because they got smacked. But let's be real. He took his team to the finals as a,
Yeah.
How old was he? Then? He was like 23, right? 24.
Yeah, he was young. That was like maybe his fifth season.
Yeah.
I mean, it was early on, for sure.
1,000. So,
yeah. But no, that's who I think. That's who I think's winning it all this year, dude. I mean, I think just the Celtics, the way they're built, dude. They're too good at every position. And Tatum, I think that's his year. Celtics win it all.
What about when Embiid comes back? Does that put them at all in an advantage at anywhere? I mean, obviously at center, but you know what I mean. Like,
I don't think so. I got my dog.
It's all good. Hey, say what's good, boy.
Hey, boy. No, man. I don't think so, bro. I mean, I like Embiid, but I just don't see where are they at right now. They're sitting in fifth. I mean, I think even when Embiid comes back, the Bucks, that's gonna be tough. Maybe even the Knicks could match up against them. And then
What about the Clippers?
I just don't see them.
You're looking on the eastern, and you're looking in the western side,
I'm looking at
or the eastern side. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking at both, but I'm looking at the East, and I just think.
What about the Clippers? I mean, I know the Lakers just beat the Clippers, but
I
feel like the Clippers are deep as hell, bro.
The Clippers are going to be. The playoffs is crazy because you don't just get. You got to beat them 4 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you see the same team every night. In the regular season, you're seeing different teams every night. Oh, we have a bad night, so the Hornets beat us, or oh shit, the Spurs beat us. They're in dead, or the Rockets. As much as I love my Rockets, somebody, the Celtics could slip up and the Rockets could beat them or some shit. I don't know.
I haven't watched a lot of the Spurs, but like all you see is like the fans and like even media, like obviously like highlights constantly of Wemby, constantly. But like I look at their record and it's like abysmal, and I'm like, what? Are they bad? Like who else is? They don't have anybody else on the squad. Like I thought a couple of those players, like a couple of those young players, I thought were really good for a while, but I guess
they are, but they're just young and just they don't have any no veteran. I don't believe.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
They've got like Devin.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, they just have no, vet. If they had a couple of vets, they'd probably be a little bit better, maybe a little bit more kind of. They get a lot of turnovers. They take a lot of wild shots and a lot of. I just seen them do some wacky things. You know what I mean? They break down on defense consistently. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like they don't.
Yeah.
They just.
They're not acting like a pop coach team. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but this is probably his. I'd have I don't know the stats, but this is probably his youngest team he's ever had.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree.
And they're in dead last in opponent points per game, right? In defensive points, right? So they give up the most points. There you go.
That's crazy considering Wemby's such a pretty good defender.
Yeah, bro, his defensive numbers. I was looking at something the other day about his defensive numbers.
Yeah,
and how he could be considered stat-wise for defensive player of the year, but I don't know how you can give defensive player of the year to a guy on the worst team that gives up the most points in the Western Conference. That's
a good point. That's a good point. I mean, and that kind of goes to what I was just saying. Like, I see nothing but like highlights, but like that's cool. And he's cold, but like they're not winning. No. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't want to make a whole segment about it, but I was curious. I was thinking about this earlier. Maybe we do a deep dive into that later on. But I think
I'll be prepared. I'll be prepared with more stats, pro and con.
Hey, well,
or against.
With that said, y'all. With that said, we will be dropping we're going to do a NFL series where we kind of go over the NFL divisions, break down which teams need what they're going for, and then at the end of it, put it all together, and then hopefully we'll be releasing our fantasy rank. Well, I'm going to release my fantasy rankings, I think, by summer, start getting them out there by training camp and shit like that.
That'll work.
About to show y'all how we do this, boys and girls.
Yes,
We're about to, and I think next year I'm going to start keeping tallies of Prize Picks earnings.
What was the other one? Prize Picks and Underdogs? Yeah,
Prize Pick, Underdog.
Speaking of Underdog.
Tell me.
Look at the pick.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm calling it now. Lakers play the Nuggets. I think right as of now, they're like a 1-point home dog.
They're playing in LA?
On ABC in LA, prime time. I would go with the 1-point underdog. I'd take the Lakers tomorrow.
I like it. Scare money don't make money, baby.
So put this out before the game, and if I'm wrong,
this will go out. Let's go out at noon tomorrow. Before that, hopefully.
All right. No, I'm just kidding. I was saying.
Actually, wait. What's today's Friday? No. This might go out tonight. Okay. We'll see. Before we go.
Yes, sir.
Have you watched Dune? The first one.
Dune.
Dune. The second one is out, comes out today. It released today.
Released
Have you seen the first one?
Um,
I think they just took it off Netflix. I think it came off Netflix yesterday.
yes, but I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, okay. It's one of those movies, and me and Kato were talking about this. It's one of those movies where if you watched it one time, you're more than likely going to need to watch it again. When I watched it the first time, and the first thing that caught my eye was the visual effects were badass throughout the whole thing.
It was crazy.
That kind of got me, right? And I was like, all right. So the next time I rewatched it and I started understanding and following, I don't know. I'm like super excited to watch this next one. I'm thinking like it's our anniversary. It's Chris and I's anniversary today, but we are celebrating it tomorrow. So
okay,
I think we're gonna go see that movie. So
nice, bro.
But
happy anniversary, brother.
Appreciate it. You got any plans for this weekend?
Yeah, just chilling. Yeah, honestly, gonna watch
long work. Hey, I know you've been busy at work.
Bro.
I know you've been busy. We both been busy, so enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Hug that little girl. Chill.
Probably doing a little traveling next week. So if we do a little breakdown, I'll be on the road. So hotel room.
All right, and next time you come to Austin, we'll do live show in Austin, bro.
I need to get up that way, bro. I need to get up that way.
We have our cards being sent in right now.
Yeah, you gave me last time I saw you. You gave me a nice little mix of
7 cards. Okay,
8 cards.
Quickly, we're getting 7 cards, or we're getting a bunch of cards graded through SGC. Got some coming back. We'll have to release them on here as soon as we get them back.
We'll show. You had
that's my UT autos, right? Yeah, let's go.
You had some sick little college Longhorns autographs.
Yeah. Let's go. All right.
There you go.
Well, appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. We love y'all. We miss y'all. Come back for the next one. Big 1s and 2s.
See you later, brother.
That's his squad.